Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. So we have Cody in the game, which I am a huge fan. Mherex will likely come out because I am a huge fan. I have 6 builds for you guys. I do want to say I think he's an incredible striker, one of the very best and a lot of fun. He's got some really unique builds, and you can do some crazy stuff with him. So strap in, because some of these builds are going to be, I think, pretty unique. So there's that. First off, I want to say I am disappointed with this. This jumping around lackluster model. However, I am hyped about the card art, or the poster art rather, and how that looks. That looks incredible. That's top notch, spot on, perfect. Love that. So the poster itself, that art looks amazing. So we'll focus on that and not this. He is a modern era striker. He is also focused. He's got the raw link. Any color moves start with 1 more move point, and modern era gems do 5% more damage. He has the 1 gear, the American Nightmare gear. He is a coach. All the way at 25k, 30% more health. Love this coach, actually. I can see this being incredible for things like boss battle and defensively in Feud. Absolutely love this coach. Let's take a look at the strap. I'm stacking green gem damage with an all heart plate. Substats, lots of green substats on the metals. We got 4% on this one, so 34%. 6% on this one. Another 4% here, and then another 6.5% there. So we're stacking that. Move damage, not going to be a factor. We are using the All Heart skill plate. When you generate 3 or more sub gems, increase your green gem and purple gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. You'll see why. So that'll be on. There's a lot of different plate options, combos, and stuff you could go with for Cody. But that's what I'm going to be running. So let's get into this first moveset. This is the boring one. This is the super sub. So I'm going to get it out of the way first. It's going to be really good with current perks. It's going to do about 4.9 million damage turn 1. So this is the super sub build. Figure 4 leg lock, 10 MP submission, generate 40 random sub gems, do 133k damage for 3 turns. Remaining turn into power gems of strength 90, or sorry, 9,090. Cody Cutter, deal 64k damage and choose 6 gems to make into green gems. That's 6 MP. And the drop down punch, I love this animation. 5 MP green, so get started for 5 MP. Deal 66k damage and choose a 5x1 area to swap into black gems. So the entourage, as you'd expect, Steel, ZKO, RJ, and Shelton for that super sub build. You know what it'll do in Feud. I will run it for you. Obviously not as good. Still gonna hit pretty hard. I think like 1.5 mil or something. And then it's gonna, leave power gems all over the place. So there's that. So ideally, I love that animation. You're gonna drop this at the top, hopefully not cascade. It is me, so no promises. Okay, we're good. We're in the clear. And then, I mean, if you wanted to do the damage here, you could. There's really no point. This is to recycle. We'll get into that after the sub. If they are somehow alive after dealing the 4.9, we'll get into that. Also, potentially for this moveset, instead of Shelton, if you are going against a 6-star, swap Shelton out for Riddle. Because you're going to have a bunch of smallish power gems left. Actually, in Feud, you're probably not going to have that many. You can see we're losing a bunch of our power gems here. Feud, it's going to take more turns. You'll still have some, but it won't be like a million. Or anything crazy like that. The whole board won't be full. So, pin bar doesn't move. So Bob's your uncle, Cody Cutter. Love that. So make some 5 matches. Since the pin bar is not going to move, let's make a couple. proc the power gems? Probably not for a ton. I'm just curious how much they will proc for. You can see I recycled it. So, I mean, you know, why not? You're gonna see later, you can do a lot with his movesets, so I love him. And I'll get into that later. Alright, whatever. Enough of this. Let's refill the sub-a-dub-dub here. I've ticked the baby power gems enough. In Feud, they'd already be long gone. I'll quit playing around here. Like 360k. And we'll finish it up with the sub. I think this will finish it. Yeah, one... Well, I don't know. Maybe not. It's going to be super close. It'll be within a few K if it does it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, super sub, very good. Got that out of the way. I do want to mention, I don't have a skill plate part picker plate on for any of these because, to be honest, most of the time he doesn't really need a plate. Swipe plates are going to mess up his feng shui with a lot of what he's got going on for his moves and stuff, and they're going to mess you up. So kind of dealer's choice, doesn't really need one, so cheap shot, escape artist, that sort of thing. Probably the way to go, to be honest. Next moveset. Double green power gem. Now we start getting into a little bit of fun. And there's going to be a wide assortment of coaches and trainers you could use. So I will be using them alternatively or off and on, switching between them. This one, for this moveset, honestly, it's not as good as the stuff that's coming. I just do this so you can see the green destroy in action. Don't love this moveset. For Feud, you would need 17k Santa Hogan to run it this way. I try not to do this, but there's that. Yeah, so if you didn't, what you would do is, and you wanted to run this build, which you wouldn't want to do, more in a second. So Disaster Kick, deal 77k damage, choose 6 gems to make into power gems of strength 55k. Still got the drop down punch. Then we're adding in the Crossroads, 3 MP green, deal 47k damage and destroy 3 random green gems. So that refills itself. That's pretty cool. If the move damage was higher, he might be a candidate for the oh, I'm drawing a blank on Chic Plate. That's what it's called. Okay, so you would just run a double MP trainer instead if you didn't have Santa Hogan, but there's no way you would run this build if you, anyway. This is just to show you the move, the Crossroads. We're gonna take advantage of the beefy power gems. I mean, maybe you would run this one, I guess, in Feud if you had 17k Santa. Because there's gem defense and all of that, or not gem defense, power gem perks. I'm sorry, it's like midnight here. I waited really late to record this because I played him a bunch, because I wanted to make sure I did a good job with this one. I think Cody deserves it after that Hell in a Cell match. Bink. So you're choosing 11 power gems at 60k. That's 660k. Not bad, considering you can tick them a few times. I mean, alternatively too, if they ever add a break green, get black MP, that would be pretty great as well. Then you could, you know, have a lot of fun with his different builds. He's good anyway, though. So just don't put these on green. There's going to end up being a lot of them, so whatevs. We're just going to load up the bottom for quickness. Also, in Feud, you're choosing 3 more, so you'd be choosing 14 with this build. A lot of them. The green move wouldn't be full in Feud. It would be full after Crossroads. Also, sweet animation. Okay. There we did 700k. Now we're going to drop this. I love that animation too, actually. I'll cascade because it's me. You probably wouldn't. We're not going to get a big pin because I cascaded. Again, you wouldn't be running this one. You'll see why later. It lacks the control of the other builds. But it is indeed fun. Disaster kick. I love that animation. All of his stuff, animations are great. Absolutely great animations. So nice, we get to see it twice. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so in a case like this where we just did 1.3 million, I would simply hit it again because we have, if you have any green gems, and I want to see the Crossroads again, so F it. It's my video, I'll do what I want. We'll take those power gems again, and then let's just drop the drop down punch for the W. Oh, smack. Anyway, not his best build, but as you can see, still really strong. Moving along. This is the last of the builds I don't like, to show you a move I won't use anywhere else. So after this, it is all the super duper fun stuff. So getting this one out of the way. Ba-da-bum-bum. Okay, we're gonna bring back, oops, not me, burp, the figure 4 leg lock. You guys already know about this one. Now is your first time to see the bionic elbow. The son of Dusty Rhodes is using his move, and the snap, scoop, power slam. So we're bringing in the yellows. We're going double yeller. Bionic elbow. Did I do something weird here? Why did I do this? I don't think you need double MP trainer. Anyway, hold on. Bionic elbow. 6 MP yellow, deal 78k damage, and choose 1 gem to make into a 2-turn Juggernaut gem. Increase your black MP on every countdown. Make 13 random power gems into multiplied gems of strength 13 at the end of the countdown. And then the Snap Scoop Power Slam, 87k damage, and choose 8 multiplied gems to destroy. There should be no reason to have woods in this build set. Why I did that is beyond me. Also in Feud, Juggernaut gems, you'll be choosing 4. So your whole board is going to be covered in multiplied gems. Well, whatever's left for power gems. So wood shouldn't be in here. That's just big dumb. So I would actually just go Matt Hardy probably for this. And now that I'm looking at it, why I did that is beyond me, other than I was tired. My bad, guys. It does affect Cody, though. You just don't know it, computer. So, you know, just pretend Matt Hardy's in there. We're just doing some quick thinking on the fly. I didn't like this build set anyway. You might be like, Mherex, why is Steph in there? Great question, folks. Gem defense. Because this can't start turn 1. It has to start turn 2. So Steph is in there so you can take a swipe and survive. By lowering their MP. And since the multiply gems are hopefully going to be beefy boys, we're putting Andre in to destroy 1 more of those. All right. I love Juggernaut gems, so I'm happy to see Cody gets one, and it's a cool one, in my opinion. So Juggernaut gem going down, again in Feud, it would be like 4 of them. So there's that. This one wouldn't be loaded in Feud, and we can't do anything with it now. If there's a yellow, you might as well take that swipe, so thank you very much, I will. I'm gonna throw out another Juggernaut gem. That fills up our black MP. So again, in Feud, whatever of these sub-gems are left would turn into multiplies. We're not in Feud, so it's not going to look nearly as good because we're only going to get 13. But it's the best I can do. Likely, I would like this build set a lot more in Feud, although that depends. If you have defensive perks, you're going to lose a lot of those power gems, so... The other Juggernaut gem is going to allow our stuff to fill up. We got 2 greens and 2 purples. 3 purples. Those are our big boys. Right there, 175k on the purple. 348k on the greens. Very nice. We like this. Got 1 Juggernaut gem left. Still. So I'm going to hit this one and get 2 for the price of 1. Obviously the black ones are going to be good because he's a striker. We'll take 1 yellow to recycle. Then we want the purples, green, of course the black. And then after that, you know, whatever's left. That looks good. Champow. And 2.5 million. And I don't like this build. That should tell you something. Okay. Moving on to the fun stuff with the Juggernaut gem. And again, we're not going to look at that victory pose because that is the only thing throwing a wrench in the cog. That is my American nightmare, is the way he looks, which is really disappointing. Anyway, not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the awesome stuff that I am excited about. So, back here, back to the moves. We're keeping we're bringing the disaster kick back. We're bringing the Cody cutter back. I'm sure you guys can see where this is headed. And we're bringing the bionic elbow staying. So we've seen all these. So just to refresh, that's what they do. Choose power gems, choose green gems, pin bar doesn't move, and bionic elbow 666 across the board. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Whoa, what does that portend? Anyway, I'm tired. I'm hopped up on Monster, so, you know, there's that. Had a migraine all day, but the American nightmare is in the game, so there is that. Now, keep in mind in Feud, this moveset is going to get really spicy because you're going to choose 10 power gems and you're going to choose 9 at a minimum. So that'll help because the Juggernaut gem is going to turn a bunch of them. So if things go right, there's the potential for some massive hits with this. Also, this one, you could probably get really interesting with the Taker Plate since it only takes 2. And you could choose into, or 3 black gems, and you could choose into blowing that up. I almost thought about going with that instead of the all heart plate for the preview. I think that would be really, really good for this build set. Just throwing that out there for people without all heart and you do have a Taker Plate, or you don't want to use the sub and you want to do this build set. Which this is pretty cool in my opinion. But I do love Juggernaut gems. One of my favorite mechanics in the game. So speaking of a Juggernaut gem, again in Feud you'd be putting 4 of them out, which would just be magnificent. Wow, there is a lot of matchy matches on this board. Okay. Now, so this one, the pin bar doesn't move, which is amazing. So now you're literally just gonna litter the board. And actually we don't have a single black gem, which is unfortunate because usually if there's 1 or 2 black gems, you can do a ton with manipulation on the board. But that's okay. We can still get some yellow matchy-matchy going on. Green, green, green. That's a 5 match. That works. Pin bar doesn't move. Pretty outstanding. So I don't have a lot of power gems down because I couldn't get a black match. So that's okay. I do have one here. So we're going to take that swipe. It's going to make our Juggernaut gems go off, which is fine. Because it fills our black MP. Now we're going to do the choose again. We're not going to need it, but I'm going to try and get a yellow anyway, just because. And honestly, whatever. I'm going to just call that good. You can see the power gems are ticking this whole time, which is kind of fantastic. Getting this Juggernaut down this time is really one of those 2 times, so its offset is key for refilling your choose. I mean, the power gems are gonna... You could swipe and power gem this out too, by the way. But this is really where it gets fun, in my opinion. We can put the power gem downs again, power gems down again, just for backup. Whatever. But now we're gonna blow these times 13 up. Down here, right? And in Feud, all the power gems you have are always going to be covered up because of the extra Juggernaut gems. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 match, so we'll pick up those 2 there. But let's do the row break this way. Actually, hold on. Let's do box gem. Let's do this. 2, 3... 1, 2, 4... Nope, it won't do what I want to do. Okay, it's fine. Then 4 this way. 4, 5. Better. It's gonna hit hard. 2.9 million. Oh, it doesn't move the pin bar too. And you just can keep going with that. Okay, so it's a lot of fun for me. I like that one. Maybe not my favorite one. I don't know, but I do like it. It might be close. It might be that one's my favorite one. I'm not sure. Anyway, all right. Time for the sub that's not a super sub. Same moves as the super sub build, completely different trainers. Mherex would be better than Lacey. Santa Hogan at 2.2k flat would be better than Lacey at 5-star gold. She's in there because everything in here, everybody should have. So you should have all these trainers. So instead of the disaster kick, we're going to use the sub because that's going to get us our power gems. And this is where in Feud your board could potentially be completely littered. And with a little luck, I'll be able to get some down here too. Gem damage. Again, you can mix and match these trainers. Highly recommend you take your Hall of Fame gem guys to 17k for the +2. Comes in very, very handy. So same principle. Now, ideally, I will be able to get a yellow match and get 2 of these out to show you guys better damage. In Feud, I wouldn't need to worry about it because I'd have 4 of them. But I do want to try and get a cascade in here that gets me a 5 match. Like that has good potential for it. So let's just do that. Perfect. Ish, except I'm short 1. Not perfect. But let's do this and drop a wild card because I'm awesome like that. I may possibly. I'm gonna extend this out. I think. No, I'm not. Don't mind me. I just wanted to get more than one Juggernaut gem down so you could see more multiplies. I may swipe. Actually, I know what I'll do on my turn. Because in Feud, all of these would be multiply gems now. We're going to have a lot anyway, right? So this doesn't move the pin bar, though. So what that means is it's magical, is what that means. I'm just going to... you know what? Let's just play it safe here instead of and see what we can hit. 3, 4, row break, pick up, yellow, that'll refill crap. And, you know, no, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Let's do that. That's all. 4 and that. And it's the yellow. That seems like not enough bang for my buck. I'm tired, so I'm going slow. Apologies if you're watching this. You know what? Whatever, I don't care. Actually, I care. I'm kidding. Something like that? Why not? Let's just click the button. You can see that hit for 3.1 million. That's a lot. And I can just finish it with the sub, and it would just keep repeating. But getting stronger. Except the sub just overwrote my Juggernaut gem, which is not cool. Luckily, you'd have 4 in Feud. Rude, sub. Very rude. That's worth noting that it does that. I'm playing this match again. I'm not happy with this result, because I like this build. Angry. Why won't you give me my gems, Ivar? I made this look absolutely terrible. He really shouldn't have that shouldn't overwrote my Juggernaut gems. I'm a little annoyed that it did that. Because then it just goes off and you start the cycle all over again. So I'm kinda low-key annoyed about that. It's fine. I'll get over it. It's That's what happens when you play poorly. And also, it's not Feud, where you get your board would be completely covered. Ugh, that animation is horrible. Okay. Redo. I would just like to be able to give a little bit better. He's gonna hit so hard in Feud with that, like ridiculously hard. +2 on the multiplies, more 50% more gem damage on the multiplies with current perks, and then way more Juggernaut gems. So it's gonna be much simpler. And hold on, this is good. I can get a 4-match, a row break, hopefully. Stew. Dang it. Dang it, Janet. I'll be able to make something out of that mess. There we go. Perfect! Now I can have 2 Juggernaut gems down for you guys. Much more accurate representation now of what you would see damage-wise in Feud. Even though we would have more Juggers. Just to be safe, you're going down here. Why not? Great question, Mherex. Why not indeed? This is exciting. Cannot wait to see how hard this is. Oh, don't wipe out all my gems. Come on, Ivar. Be a friend. Okay. Leave him alone now. I can live with that. Here we go. This is the multiply gem that I wanted to see. Much more accurate. 339k. It's go time. So beautimous. 4. There. There. Get you off of there because you're ugly. There. And there. Oh. This is gonna hit hard. Really hard. Much better. Yeah! 6 mil. Okay. I can live with that. I like that build set. I like it. I like it a lot. It's gonna be phenomenal in Feud. Let's just say that. Alright. This is a little bit more, this is really control. I actually alternate. Sometimes I think this might be my favorite in some ways. You can, if you have some black gems on the, well, you know, let's just play it. You've seen all the moves. Let me just set it up here. This reminds me of Grand Tournament with Cesaro, except you're just throwing power gems everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean absolutely everywhere. So, just to recap, we've had all these moves before. You're still with me. We're 35 minutes in to 6 builds, playing some of them twice. You might be wondering why, Elias. Great question. That way a 3-match refills, the pin bar doesn't move. A 3-match with black. So, gem modifier. That's why we want him. I could go Triple H. As you saw earlier, I actually, in this case, prefer the less choosing because in Feud, you're going to be making 10 anyway. 840k per 10. It's actually going to be a little bit more. It's going to be 11 with Bree here. At a higher damage. So that's like, In Feud, that would be... Plus, there's power gem perks, too. I don't know. It's like 1.5 million probably in Feud by the time it's done. It's a lot. That's all I know, is it's a lot. With the power gem perkity perk. And then with Elias, a black 3 match reloads everything. So... And the pin bar doesn't move on that choose green. Practicing this, I've had the entire board covered on turn 1 with power gems in practice. As long as there's a couple black gems on the board, you can manipulate the board really, really well with this pin bar doesn't move. In Feud, you'd also be choosing 7, which just makes it even easier. You're going to lay your power gems out to start. So we already have our deal right here, right? And we have one right here. So we're going to try to stay away from that as we lay our power gems out. And I really don't care about damage here. I'm just going to take my matches and call it good just to show you guys. Leaving as much on the board for swipes. Like, here's another 3 match. This is great. Like, we're going to get this board covered with power gems. Doesn't need a skill plate at all. And this is why Elias is clutch. Any 3 match. Reloads. And every time we're ticking power gems down, right? We got this one over here still. Oop. Doesn't matter, we're just throwing them everywhere. I actually don't want to make a row break particularly. Actually, it's fine. I'll do it, why not? And let's get a wild card on the board. Give me a black swipe, maybe, depending where the wild card goes. Perfect. So you can see, like, we've completely decimated him. We haven't moved the pin bar yet, guys. I could do this. We'll see. Let's just see how much we can get the board full. See if we can get this one here, I think. Take out a couple power gems, but gain a lot more. I like Cody because you're back to playing the game again with these builds. Yes, it's strong, but you're actually playing the game. You're touching the gem board, you're manipulating the gem board, you're using the Juggernaut gem. He's very, very powerful, but you still have to actually maneuver the gem board. So I absolutely love this design. Top notch in my opinion. If you're gonna make somebody powerful, make it so they they got a bunch of different build sets, but also so you have to play the gem board, since it is a gem matching game. So let's make this wild card here. Let's see what happens. Okay, this might pin, right? Because he's in danger. But you can see we have almost the entire board. Hopefully, good. I am going to be able to get the entire board covered in power gems for you guys. So, anyway, guys, as you can see, let's just end it here with this one. This build set is actually probably my favorite. Incredibly powerful. Does require board manipulation, so I love it. I don't know how much that was for damage, but it was a heck of a lot. 90k with almost the entire board covered. What's that? At least 40 gems, so that's a lot of power gem damage. Let me know what you think. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. I put a lot of time into this video and the build sets and stuff. I hope you guys like it. I think Cody was worth the effort personally. I don't know if I'll get him or not. I obviously want to get him. I think he's going to be super fun to play. I think he's going to be strong for a very long time in this game. And one, it's Cody, but two, I just really like the design. Love the Juggernaut gems. Love the pin bar doesn't move, and the low charge on the moves, and the fact that it requires you to manipulate the board to get the most out of them. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and good luck out there.